So good morning. Hi, how was the night? Hope you guys slept well. So this morning I want to talk about Adobe Photoshop tools. So that after the end of this game, you will be able to at least know some basic tools in the Adobe Photoshop environments for editing of pictures, and also you can even make a simple flyer with the tools that I'm going to share with you today. So just sit back and relax. Adobe Photoshop is Photoshop is one of Adobe applications used for editing of images and creating of flyers. It's a raster based application. So I'm going to use this as open. Waiting for this to open up. So it's basically used by designers and photographers for editing of pictures and making of different flyers. So Adobe Photoshop is very, very professional. Alright, so the first tool you see on the Adobe Photoshop is the move tool. So the move tool is the first thing you see on the Adobe Photoshop tool. And I said it's used to move things. Usually it to move a layer around after it has been placed. You can also access it by typing V. So when you type V, automatically it switches to the move tool. The move tool is used to move images around in the Photoshop environment in a layer. So this is how a Photoshop environment looks like at first when you open it. This is what you see. So this is the move tool. It's used to move objects like let me drag in an image here for example. So basically the move tool is used to move objects around in the Photoshop environment. Let's wait for this. Alright. So this is basically what the move tool does. I don't know this thing is hanging, so just set it to seconds. So and you can see the move tool, you can use it to move the objects around in the Photoshop environment. So the second thing we have there, we have the triangle magnitude and the elliptical magnitude. So basically, these tools are used to select a particular item in an image that you want to move around in the Photoshop environment. For instance, let me take for instance this image brought in here. If I want to cut off only his eyes. I can just use this monkey tool to select the eyes like this. And when it's selected, I move to the move tool, then I can. So, why is this one not working? Eh? Yeah, I'm coming. So basically, it's used to move an object. Actually, it's used to select a particular object, Photoshop environment, and move it around. So I'm trying to move this around, but it's not going to be working because so this is an illustrator of what the market tool does. Basically, select an object and we move it around a particular object. So we move it around. That's the function of a market tool. And the Eclipse tool is just like a circular version of it. So you get the Eclipse tool by just by clicking on it and you pick up the Eclipse tool. Just a version of it. So the next one we have there, we have the Lasso tool, the Polygonal Lasso tool, and the magnetic Lasso tool. So these ones I said the lasso tool like magnetic tool creates a selection within your image. You can access whichever lasso tool currently visible by just typing L. So it is used also for in case maybe you want to crop out an object, or maybe you don't need an object in a particular image. You can use it to crop that particular place out. For example, this is the lasso tool. So you just the lasso tool is just when you hold down your right, you just draw it down and leave it. Since it's selected this way, okay, okay. Now I know why this didn't work. So the image is in. I need to rasterize this image for it to function properly. So the lasso tool, as you pick it up, if you just press delete, it goes off. So the particular place which you don't want in the image goes off automatically using the lasso tool. Another tool, you can also get the polygonal lasso tool there. This one is you just click on it, the particular place you want to cut off. It does the same thing basically. So you press delete, then that particular place goes off. So S to undo, Control D. So the next one on my list we have and the magnetic tool to just the same thing, just for you to, for making selections particular image. So this one, the magic one too, also a selection tool. We also use as a selection tool too. So to get the magic one automatically, just type the V or you just go down over here. So this is the magic one too. This is basically what it does. Selects a particular color in the image, like as it's written over here. Then the magic one too selects a portion of your image that has the same or similar color. You can access the magic one tool by typing W. So it selects automatically the exact color on the image. So if Right now I look this and I click on this white portion to select the whole white portions on the image automatically. So you get the next one on the list is we have the quick selection tools. So the quick selection tools are not just in your image by picking and selecting along different edges visible in your image. So it's also like the magic wand tool. It does the same thing. The quick selection tool, you just click and it highlights it by the edge, just like this. So you can increase it by using the additional this thing of the improve it. So basically these are selection tools you can use to select a particular object. Maybe when you want to crop out the background too, you can use all the selection tool to do so. To crop out background and the other things in the Photoshop environment. So you can use and really well. Then the next one on my list. So we have the crop tool. The crop tool is basically, as the name sounds, it's used to crop out particular parts you don't want in an image. So the crop tool is used in cropping out a particular side. Like for example, let's say this image here, image of this guy here. Just clicking on the crop tool, you can just bring it down like this. Maybe you don't want to see the cap. Just bring it down like this, bring it down. Then you press enter to crop it to the exact proportion you want. Let's just control Z to undo. And another one on the list, we have the eyedropper tool. So the eyedropper tool is used to select specific color within your image and set it as your foreground color. You can access it by typing eyes. So the eyedropper tool is used to select a specific color. Maybe you want to use a particular color in your design work, and you can use the eyedropper tool to pick it. Maybe you don't know the exact shade and you have an image that has that exact shade of color you are looking for. So you just use the eyedropper tool to click on that exact spot, pick that color, click on the eyes right now, pick that shade of color you are looking for. Also, it doesn't only end in the Photoshop environment. If you have, maybe you open a website and you see a color there, you want to pick that exact color, you can use this eyedropper tool and pick the exact color on that particular place where you are by just click and holding your right left clicking and holding, then you now drag it to the exact color which you want. Like as you can see, as I'm dragging it and it's picking the whole color of the screen. So even if you go out of Photoshop, you still pick that color. The white, pick the color you want. So that's basically what the eyedropper does in Photoshop. The next one, so we have the brush tool and the eraser tool. So the brush tool and the eraser tool work as their name implies. The brush tool is used for painting, Photoshop, while the eraser tool is used to erase a particular part in Photoshop. You can access the brush tool by just typing in, while the eraser tool by just typing. So, for example, this is a brush tool. We have different brushes in Photoshop which you can use. So this is a brush, and if you right click on this brush, we have the pencil tool there, we have the color replacement tools, and we have the mix brush tools. In this brush tool, here you can make selections of the different type of brushes you want. Photoshop. So, so there are bunches of different brushes here. There are some you can even download online. Let me just go to the F5. The list of brushes we have. So yeah, you can bring the six of body. All these things are not just clicking on it. You get the exact shape that you want. So let's say this is the brush you want to work with. Just click on it. Paint over what you want. Then the eraser tool is just used for erasing a particular spot. Photoshop environment. So, so this is the eraser tool. The eraser tool is used to clean a particular part. You don't, as you can see, as I'm cleaning there over there. Let's hide this one and bring this image to the center. So you use the eraser tool to clean out the part you don't want in Photoshop. Clean out the exact part you don't want in Photoshop. So let's say we don't want the background, we just bring it out like this. That's the work of the eraser tool. Clean out parts in Photoshop. So we have the magic eraser tool. So this one works like magic. It picks the exact color, like just like the magic one too. So let's say, for instance, you don't want this background because this background is having so many colors in it. So the magic tool, it automatically picks the same color in the background and it deletes it. So if I click on this white, it will pick all the whites in the background and delete. Let's say, for instance, I click on this one. It has removed the whites behind it. Or maybe this is a new background site. Click on it and it will delete that exact color which you don't want automatically from it. So they have the clone stamp tool. So the clone stamp tool is just like the name implies, it's used for cloning digital items. So I said here the clone stamp tool allows you to select a portion of your image and mix it into another portion of your image. In the same way, accessing the clone stamp tool, I just type in S. So in Photoshop environment, if you use the clone stamp tool, you, you man. So this is the clone stamp tool. Like now, maybe I want to duplicate this is eyes now. All I have to do is just to hold down my Alt key, then click on it to select this particular place which I want to duplicate. Maybe I can come over here and drop his eye here at the forehead here. So you see, he now has three eyes. So that's what the clone stamp tool does. The clone stamp tool is used maybe if you click on this. Maybe it's this is a tribal mark here. Just hold down the Alt key, then click on this tribal mark. You can put the tribal mark in the middle here. Like we look like what's her name? So so that's it. So basically that's what the clone stamp tool does on Photoshop. So we have the next one. We have the healing brush. So this healing brush also is just like um let's say the hospital in Photoshop is used. It removes every sicknesses in an image. So maybe for example, let's take for instance this guy here now. This guy here now, you can see the way his face looks very rough and with the pimple around his face. With the healing brush, reducing the size of the healing brush, I can just clear the pimples on his face, just touching it and the pimple goes off automatically. Even the mark, this tribal mark, you can just drag it down and the tribal mark goes off just like that. So very simple. can just retouch on his faces and the pimples goes off very smoothly. Sometimes you see some images on the internet and you be like, wow, this face is so smooth. Maybe if you see the person in real life, the person will have different shapes and just Photoshop they used to do it. Just touching it and it will go off like that. So that's basically what the healing brush does. So we have the next one. We have the dodge and burn tool. So the dodge and burn tool is just like adding a highlights and shadows. So the dodge and burn tool is used to add highlights and shadows. In the dark parts, you can add light to it. On a lighter part, you can add a dark spot to it. So let me show you what I mean by dodge and burn tool. So where are that? Where are that? So this is blood tool. Ah, it was not showing computer. Not showing computer. Sorry. Eh? There are some stuff that are hiding out. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm coming. It's not going. Let me just so born to now. For instance, on this his eyes now. Maybe you want to make his eyes whiter. So you can use there are so many ways to achieve it actually on Photoshop, but you can use the dodge tool to make his eyes whiter, just like washing his eyes. So you have to increase it very well and reduce the brush size. Then just clicking on it, washing it very clean. Wash this part, wash this part. And when you use it, you can see his eyes is becoming white. It doesn't look like a smoker anymore. Just zoom it up, dragging it down there. So voila. So this is what the dodge tool does. It makes dark part um, brighter, and the burn tool also too. You can use the burn tool to add a dark spot to it. Like now, maybe if he were to be a fair man, if I use this burn tool on his face here, it will look as if they punched his face. So most people when like that, we see most movie posters, they use the dodge tool to achieve something like that. Like you can see how that place looks. Darkens the part. Makes it look as if he had a bond there on his face. Let's use control to go back. So the next one we have there, we have the hand tool. So the hand tool is used to move, also used to move. your images in a proportional direction. It's used for moving. So when you zoom in, you can use the hand to, maybe you want to view his face. Just clicking on the hand to, the fuck is the hand to down here. Let me use this thing a little bit of, maybe let me just reduce this so I can drag out and see it down like this. I want to go down. The hand tool is down. Okay, yeah, this is okay, so this is that you particular place you want to when it's good, just need to view the spot where you want to work on. So that's what the hand tool does. Then we have the we have the zoom tool. As the name implies, it's used to zoom an image in so that you can view it properly. So the zoom tool is used to zoom an image in. Let's say this is it. Just click and drag on that particular spot which you want to view very well, and it will just bring it closer to you. Click and drag on it, and it will bring it closer to you. That's what the zoom tool does. Just like this. In the program. Just like this. So you view it very well. Now we have another tool there. So it is finished. So basically, these are the tools. So I have another one which I didn't update here. So let me just show you. So we have the box tool. Now the box tool is used to draw boxes on the image. From here, after drawing the boxes, you can paint it. So this is a box I drew image. So it's used to draw boxes. If you right click on this box, you can have other shapes inside there. You have the rounded triangle, the eclipse tool to you can use it to draw a circle shape. So let's just complete this. Now we have the text tool. The text tool is used to basically type text on your images. Maybe you want to write his name on this in the picture. So you use the text to capital letter T here to do that. And images. So when you click on the spot where you want to type, pop out an icon for you to type. So you can just type this. Let me just give you. A window. I just write in the text to create it. So from here you can change the style of your text. The fonts, we have different styles you can change. We have fonts here that you can use, 1001 fonts that you can use. You can play around with the text. So simply this is it. So this is the text tool. Let's use this simple font here. Alright. What else? And we have the foreground and the background color. So this is the color which you want to maintain on a particular design. So this is the foreground. This is where you get the foreground and the background color. You can put it on the default. And it's we have what else? So basically with these tools I've shown you, you can be able to edit an image in Photoshop and just create a little flyer for your work. So I don't know if you have any question. Any question? So without no further question, I hope I have shared a little knowledge on how to use some Photoshop tools. Maybe by the next class I'll still go deeper to more tools. Thank you.